and welcome to Cassandra tutorial. I am Sejal Yoshi and I am going to take you through some Cassandra concepts. So let's begin. So this is my Cassandra SQL shell. I have already created key space demo and table name user. So I'll just use my key space over here, and for the reference I'll show you what a table looks like. As we can see, the SQL statement and SQL statement are quite similar. So we have 5 columns and one row. The columns names are last name, age, city, email, first name. Here, as we can see, I have updated last name as a primary key. Now I will show you how to update, insert and delete queries from Java. Here we can see I have imported all the reference libraries over here. Let me take a code walkthrough. Now we have session and cluster over here. Cluster will create a cluster known, here we have named it as cluster. Keep the connection on so that the data in cluster can be queried. Cluster.builder will set a connection to my cluster and session will connect it to my key space demo. Here we have 4 statements. The first one is insert statement, the next one is update, and the last one is delete statement. Just like we have seen in the past, we have only one record in this table right now, where the primary key last name is Joshi. Now with this code, we will first insert a new row where the first name, the last name is June, age is 35, and first name is Paul, and so on. The next we'll try to update that row where now the age was 35, now we'll set it at 36, and the next thing we'll do is to delete that row from the table. So first I'll go through the update statement. Here I have only selected insert statement. We'll run this code, and then when we go and see, we'll have the two inputs, 2 rows in this table, Jones and Joshi. The age is 35. The next what we'll do is we will try to update this statement. Now if we go and see the rows, we'll see the age is being updated over here. Next is delete statement. In the output we can see that only one record is left. Similarly, we should see the same output over here, and it matches only one record left. Our delete statement worked. here we can see we are using for loop, so that if a table has n number of rows, all the rows are shown in the console over here. Now the last step is to close the cluster connection. Now here we are going to follow same steps as followed in the previous application, but we are going to use prepared statement, query builder, and connection policies. So here we can see that we have made a connection with our cluster. We have instantiated a session over here which will connect us to our key space demo. So here instead of connecting to the cluster like we did earlier in this example, what we'll do is we'll add a retry policy. So here with retry policy we are safe in case of connection timeout or when the node is unavailable. We use default retry policy, which will avoid any failovers in the connection. So the next thing to look over here is load balancing policy. Now in this application, by default client can read and write it to any node, but here with load balancing policy and using token aware policy, the requests are redirected to the owner node or replicas responsible. DC aware round robin policy will make sure that the request stays in our local data center. Right now over here we only have one data center, but for future reference we can note the point that while we can use DC aware round robin policy to handle requests in the local data center. Now that we are connected to our key space demo, let's insert the data into our table users. We have used prepaid statement over here. By using prepaid statement here we can pass the information into the cluster only once, and then we use bound statement to read and write into the cluster. Using prepared statement is the most secure way to handle read-write operations. For reading the data from the table we have used query builder over here. It is the most secured way to connect to a cluster. So as we can see, we don't have to write the full statement as we have written over here. We can just write what we are updating or what we want to be displayed. And here we are closing. At last we are closing the connection to the cluster. Now before running this program we can see that there is one row in the table. Now our program updates and then deletes the same table. So after successfully running the program we would see only one row in that table. One row, and here in the console also we have displayed the same. Thank you. This is it from my side.